Well, welcome back, Twin Cities. We have with us the amazing Dr. Nicole Garner Scott. She does so much. She's a money coach, a speaker, an author, an investment manager. She runs a PR agency and has worked with some of your favorite celebs. And she is here to talk today about money and business. So, welcome to the show, Nicole. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, ladies.
So, Nicole, you've started a few different businesses, right? So, please share with us what you do and more about how you became Dr. Nicole Garner Scott.
Sure. So I'll jump right on in. First, I want to say you all look so beautiful. All of this is amazing beauty on the screen. So beautiful to see. So just to give you a little bit of my background, I like to say that I got into the world of entrepreneurship at a very, very early age. I would say like around 5 years old. I was like the candy lady in my neighborhood and, always coming up with creative ways and things to do as a child to bring in my own money. And just really knew from very early on that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I got into my first level of entrepreneurship when I was still in college. My very last year of college, I started my PR agency. The internship that I was working with, they ended up becoming my first client. I was getting ready to graduate, and they were like, "Hey, we want to bring you on to take on this as an independent contractor." And so I was like, "Well, excellent. This is great. This is a way for me to tap into my entrepreneurial dreams." And they were like, "Well, just send us over your EIN information and your W-9s and all your paperwork, and we'll be ready to go." And I was like, "No problem." Hung up the phone and got on my computer and was like, "What is an EIN? And
Find all the things.
what are these other things that I need to produce for them? And how do I create a bank account?" And so yeah, my last semester at Georgia State University, I fully launched my PR agency, and I have been running my PR agency for 15 years now, and just have been really blessed. Lots of highs, but definitely have my very fair share of lows too. Just learning and growing in that type of space.
Now, Dr. Nicole, I've got to stop you because I know who those two women are that you are sharing about. Can you share with our viewers who your first two, I guess, clients were? It's pretty fascinating.
Yes. So, very first client was the late Kim Porter. Very near and dear to my heart. And her company, it was called Three Brown Girls. Her, Ebony Electra, and Nicole Cook Johnson, who is the granddaughter of Sam Cooke, had a unique venture where they were producing experiential events all across the country. And so that was my very first client in the space, and just was really beautiful to work with.
So tell us more about the Garner Circle and the impact PR can actually have on your business.
So the Garner Circle, and I know some people are wondering, how does all of this relate? But it all relates.
It's amazing all that you do.
Right. It all relates. I do consider myself to be a multi-passionate entrepreneur. And I know for some of you who are watching right now, you feel me in that space too, because you just know that you have the capacity to show up in excellence in a multitude of ways. I will say though that I definitely did the Garner Circle for over a decade before I expounded onto some of my other entrepreneurial ventures, and made sure that I learned everything inside and out and had all of my processes in place and my automation and my teams and all of that before I spread myself, so I wouldn't spread myself thin. So I will give that piece of advice to any other multi-passionate entrepreneurs that are watching. As we tap back into PR though, I think now more than ever, PR is very critical for any small business that's looking to thrive in this society. PR is where you really connect with your publics, really connect with your audience. It's where you build trust, and it's where you build credibility. And so, as we can see now, there is we call it social media detectives. We use the term Black Twitter, or we use the term, there's a ton of terms that we use. But if you are not being authentic in your message, if you're not organic in what it is you say that you stand for, what you believe in, then you will be uncovered. And that is where cancel culture For those of you who never heard that terminology before, it's where social media will congregate and figure out a way to shut you down through their power instead of waiting for the law or for other entities to shut you down. So they shut you down with the power of not spending with you, of using the power of the dollar to cancel you out. And so when you are building your brand, when you're getting your messaging out there, when you're wanting to connect with your audiences, it is absolutely essential that you are being very transparent, that you're being very honest and authentic with what it is that you're building. And so your PR team should be able to help you do that.
Wow, lots of great stuff. We thank you so much. You've shared a lot of gems today. So we thank you so much. And what are you working on next? And where can people connect with you, Dr. Nicole?
Yes. Well, thankfully, you guys have helped me by putting it in the tracker. So right below, you'll see my website, amountfinancial.com. If you need financial advisement, money coaching, please reach out to us on Instagram. It's at Dr. Garner Scott. I would love to connect with you in that way. I'm very responsive via email and via Instagram. Coming up, we have our program that we're launching through Amount Financial called Family Matters, which is helping you build a legacy worth leaving. It helps just outline everything that you need for your family members to do as far as estate planning, as far as getting everything together for your legacy so that you can make sure that the narrative and the mission of your family continues on. So we have that coming up. And I have a book coming out in the fall called Make Space for Wealth, which is very, very interesting. Would love to encourage you guys. And I'll definitely give some books away on your show when the book is out and ready.
Awesome.
So awesome. Dr. Nicole, y'all.
Thank you.
We have much more Boss Babe Magic coming up after the break. We'll be right back.